Kill the wizard, take their staff, and then you can use it or something like that. That's what basically this class is. Duel the wizard, kill the wizard, take their staff, use their magic item. Hello everyone, it's your Bud. In today's video we're going to be talking about my favorite new rogue subclass mix for D&D, the best rogue mix that I could do, mixing two different subclasses, Swashbuckler and Thief. Now on the right here I have a list of all the rogue traits and abilities, and on the left here I have them all with the Thief and with the Swashbuckler and all of the levels corrected, because if you take a few levels of one thing and it'll change the levels of other. You'll understand when we get there. So to start out, I'm assuming you know most of what the rogue is. If you don't, you can just go look up any video online to learn all of these details. So we'll just quickly cover what makes a rogue a rogue. Well, a rogue doesn't use magic, they use skills, and their skills are so good, they're just so proficient with them that they can use skills on par with a wizard using magic. To fight a wizard who uses magic with just a blade and your skills shows how truly skilled a rogue can be. So you get things like Cunning Action, you get Uncanny Dodge, your expertise, meaning that you get your proficiency bonus doubled for certain proficiencies, and all of your proficiencies, all four of them, get doubled by the time you hit 6th level. There's Evasion, there's Roguish Archetype things, which will be the Thief or the Swashbuckler. There's Reliable Talent, which means that you cannot fail a roll. So if you choose, let's say, searching for your reliable talent, well, you can never get less than a 10 on the dice, and then you have your ability score or proficiency bonuses as well. So you can never get less than 10, and then you also get double proficiency to add to that. So reliable talent means if you chose searching, or if you chose talking, or if whatever thing you choose, you just can't fail at. There's also Blindsense at 14. If your eyes are closed or if someone is invisible around you, as long as you can hear, you know where they are. There's Slippery Mind, which is great for not getting mind controlled or things like that. You get like some bonus there. There's Elusive as well, just another thing with Evasion and Elusive. You just can't get hit by like specific spells or by area of effect spells. Pardon me. And then 20th you get Stroke of Luck, but yeah, I've never actually seen a 20th level rogue, so that one's just whatever. We'll just leave that one there. So yeah, expertise, sneak attack, Thieves Cant. Thieves Cant, think of it like a con man's code. That's what Thieves Cant is. So you might do that thing where like you scratch your nose from the the sting, and then someone will be like, oh, they just touched their nose, that's the sign to do the thing. Or Thieves Cant might be a certain con man's thing. I don't know, just think of it as con man's code. So that's what Thieves Cant is. Cutting Action, you get a bonus action on each of your turn to only dash, disengage, or hide. So you can use all your regular actions fighting or using things as an action, and then you get your bonus to run around or hide. 3rd level, you choose the archetype. We're going to be starting with Swashbuckler, and then you get ability score improvements at 4th, 8, 10, 12, 16, and 19th. Those are the levels where you get ability score improvements, where you can either improve 1 by 2, 2 by 1, or you can get a feat. Now I have chosen 4 feats that must be included to make this Swashbuckling Thief incredible. However, there's 2 also, just 2 ones that you can take if you feel like it, but they're not necessary. So yeah, at 5th level, you get your Uncanny Dodge. You can have the damage to attack, which is just great. That's like awesome. Just take half damage. At 7th, you can dodge out of the way of certain area effects. At 11, you get that reliable talent where you can never roll lower than a 10. Even a roll of 9 or lower, they're just all 10s. At 14th, you get that Blindsense. At 15th, you gain proficiency in wisdom saving throws. At 18th, you're elusive, so yeah, no attack roll has advantage against you when you aren't incapacitated. So as long as you're awake and not bound by ropes or something, no attack roll can have advantage against you. That's spells, that's melee, that's any attack rolls. And then at 20th, you have your Stroke of Luck, where you can just like, if you miss a target with range, you can turn the miss into a hit. So now that we've finished up all of the class abilities on the right here, well, we did the overview, now let's go over to the subclass abilities. So as listed here, we have everything in order depending on the level you get it. So starting at 1st level in this class, you get your expertise, then you also get sneak attack at 1st level, Thieves Cant also is at 1st level, I believe, Cunning Action 2nd level, and then Roguish Archetype at 3rd level. So at level 3, you get to choose your archetype, and we start with Swashbuckler. We're going to start with 3 of Swashbuckler and then build the rest of the class later. So Swashbucklers focus on training on the art of the blade, and duelists and pirates typically belong to this archetype. So if you can think of someone like just walking out and then, we'll duel, ha ha ha, think of Inigo Montoya or something like that. Just like Inigo Montoya could be a rogue, he could be this, he could do that, but then he's a swashbuckler. You killed my father, prepare to die. So yeah, that's the swashbuckler thing at level 3. And what the swashbuckler can do is if you make a melee attack against a creature, that creature cannot make opportunity attacks against you for the rest of the turn. So that's pretty good, because if you can get close to your target and hit them once with a melee, then you can just walk away for the rest of the turn or just not be worried about being a target. So yeah, you can make yourself not a target by hurting your target. Pretty good. And at 3rd level, you also get a charisma modifier bonus to your initiative rolls. So yeah, you take your charisma modifier and add it to your initiative rolls. And you also get another way to use your sneak attack. So while most people need advantage on the attack roll to use sneak attack, you don't if you are within 5 feet of it. So if you're close, within 5 feet, and no other creatures are within 5 feet, so if it's just you and your enemy dueling with no one else, and you're within 5 feet of the enemy and no one is close to you, then you can just use sneak attack. So that's pretty great, because you can walk up to someone to their face, and as long as no one is within 5 feet of the two of you, and you are within 5 feet of your target, then you get your sneak attack. So sneak attack doesn't have to be sneak as much as it's surprise attack, I guess, here. Now, ability score improvement, we mentioned 4th, 8th, 10th, 12th, and 16, and 19. So we should probably mention here, because I have C traits at the end of the list. So the traits we have are the 2 that you probably don't want to take because they were just ones for my themed character right now are Linguist and Observant. So yeah, we'll just leave those to the end. But the 4 actual ones are Charger, Defensive Duelist, Dual Wielder, and Savage Attacker. So these make our Swashbuckling Rogue very, very good, and we'll discuss them. We'll discuss what they do at the end, but yeah, I just want to mention Charger, Defensive Duelist, Dual Wielder, and Savage Attacker. We'll just quickly overview it right now. So if you use your action to dash, you can use the bonus to make 1 melee weapon attack to shove a creature. Now, I'm not 100% sure how this works with the Cunning Action, because you can take a bonus action to dash, disengage, or hide. I'm not exactly sure, but the Charger, potentially you can dash as a bonus and get a bonus to make the melee weapon against or shove a creature. So this is really good because you either get a +5 bonus to the attack damage, or you can push someone 10 feet away. So as long as you use your action to dash, you can either get a +5 bonus to damage, or you can push them 10 feet away. For Defensive Duelist, when you're wielding a finesse weapon with which you're proficient and another creature hits you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction to add your proficiency bonus to AC for that attack. If you know what the shield spell does, this is very similar to the shield spell, but for people with swords, potentially causing the attack to miss you. So you add your proficiency bonus of your weapon that you're holding to your armor class. So if your armor class is 3, but you have a proficiency 3 in your sword, your armor class is now 6. And for Dual Wielder, you master fighting with 2 weapons, gaining the following benefits. Gain +1 bonus to AC when you're wielding a separate melee weapon in each hand, so that adds to the Defensive Duelist AC. You gain 2 weapon fighting even when the one-handed melee weapon you are wielding aren't light. So you can dual wield with 2 weapons that aren't potentially light finesse weapons. They can be potentially not light finesse weapons. And you can draw or store 2 one-handed weapons when you would normally be able to draw or stow only 1. So I guess this is just a role-playing one. Like imagine if you had a DM that says, oh, how do you carry those 2 swords around? Well, you can just say, this is my dual wielder feat. Then for Savage Attacker, once per turn, when you roll damage for a melee weapon attack, you can re-roll the weapon's damage dice and use either total. So re-rolling it rolls for Savage Attacker, bonus to AC, plus you can use pretty much any 2 swords that you like. And then Defensive Duelist, you can use that bonus AC to act like the shield spell. And then Charger, you either get a +5 bonus to the attack roll if you dash, and that might be using your bonus Cunning Action, or you can push the target 10 feet away from you. Now, this is really, really great. Getting a +5 bonus to the attack's damage roll mixed with Swashbuckler. So Swashbuckler, you don't care about the sneak attack because it's like surprise attack. So you can attack them even if they're prepared for it. So if it's just you and your target and no one else is around you, then yeah, that's really, really great. So yeah, Swashbuckler plus charging feat I think works really, really well. So those were the traits. Then you have a class ability at level 5, Uncanny Dodge, and then we get into 17 levels of Thief. So what is a thief? Thieves hone their skills in the larcenous act, burglars, bandits, cat purses, but the thing that I like about Thief is, let's see here, you learn the skills for delving into ancient runes, reading unfamiliar languages, and using magic items you normally couldn't employ. So this is a min-max build to allow you to use magic items that you should not do. As the Swashbuckler with the dual wielder feat, you can already hold swords that you shouldn't be able to, because dual wielding, like you can hold two magic swords that aren't light and they could have magic abilities to them, and you can use them even if you couldn't normally employ them. So you kill the wizard, take their staff, and then you can use it or something like that. That's what basically this class is. Duel the wizard, kill the wizard, take their staff, use their magic item. And magic items could be many, many different things. So it's really, really cool. It could be healing, it could be damaging. It's great. So starting at 6th level, if you were doing this normally, you'd get it at 3rd, but since we've already had 3 classes of Swashbuckler, we're now at 6th level. So for all of these subclasses from here on out, I will put the actual level of this character class, this mix of Swashbuckler and Thief. However, the levels are actually 3 less for all of these subclasses if you were taking this without the 3 of Swashbuckler already. You understand now. So yeah, Fast Hands at level 6 now, you get the bonus action granted by your Cunning Action to use Thieves tools to disarm a trap, open a lock, or you can take the use an object action as a bonus action. This is one of the greatest thing about Thief. So remember, if you duel the wizard, you kill the wizard, then you take their staff, you can use it as a bonus action. So, and you don't have to know how to use it. You can just use things. Well, actually, it's at 16th level, you're able to use pretty much any magic item. But before that, you still get a lot of great things. So you can use items, but you have to be actually able to use them. So you can use items as a bonus action, but you still have to have the prerequisites to use them at this level. And that's really great because you can use a healing potion as a bonus action. So you can bonus action heal yourself and then still have your action to do other things, plus you have your cunning action to move. So that's just great. You have a bonus action to use an object, another bonus action to run, and then your normal action to use your turn. At second story work, you get this at 6th level. You gain the ability to climb faster than normal. Climbing no longer costs you extra movement, and in addition, when you make a running jump, the distance you cover increases by a number of feet equal to the dexterity mod. So second story work is a great thing. It's really, really good. It's just a super all-around great trait to have. And second story work is a subclass as well, so it's only 6th level if you're taking it with this specific character build. Then at 7th level, we have our Evasion, so yeah, that's for the area of effects. At 12th level, you get Supreme Sneak from your Thief. You get advantage on dexterity, which is stealth, if you move no more than half your speed on the same turn. So as long as you don't move more than half of your speed, you get advantage on stealth, and that's just great. So then there's 2 more class traits, Reliable Talent at level 10, Blindsense at level 14, oh, and 1 more, Slippery Mind at 15, and then we're using Use Magical Device. So at 16th level, you finally unlock, then learn enough about the working of magic that you can improvise the use of items even when they're not intended for you. This is where the real fun starts. So yeah, you can ignore all class, race, and level requirements for use of magic items. Oh, is that the Lich's Phylactery? I'll just use it. Oh, is that the floating mythal of the city of whatever? Oh, I'll just use it. Like, it's the best thing ever. So this entire class is meant for, use your bonus action to charge up. You have the charger feat that does +5 damage, or you can shove. Then you kill the person, you take their weapons, you use your bonus action to use it, and you can use any magic item there is. So this rogue does not know magic, but this rogue can use and utilize pretty much anything. If you've ever played Skyrim and you've thought, oh, that person has a cool weapon, I'll kill them and take the weapon. That's basically what this class is. Then at 18th level, you get Elusive, which, yeah, you have no attack roll, has advantage against you when you aren't incapacitated. So yeah, you can't have a roll at advantage against you unless you're tied up or asleep or something. At 20th level, you have this is awesome, the Thief's ability at 20th level is insane. So this would be at 17th level if you haven't done this with this specific character build, but since we already have 3 of Swashbuckler, this is now our 20th level ability. And it doesn't really matter because this was the 17th level, and the only 20th level is a class ability. So you still get this 20th class level ability, even if you only have 17 levels of Thief. So the 17th subclass comes at 20th level, and you become adept at laying ambushes and quickly escaping danger. You can take 2 turns during your first round of any combat. That's awesome. So your first turn is normal, and your second one is your initiative minus 10. So if you rolled a 14 on initiative, your first attack is on the 14 initiative, and your second attack is on the 4 initiative, which I think is just great. So yeah, 2 turns during the first round of any combat. And then your 20th class ability, your Stroke of Luck, if you miss, you can turn it into a hit if it's range. So yeah, that's the 20th class ability, and this was the 17th for Thief, but it's the 20th in this build here. And then yeah, mixing that with Charger, let's go through the feats again, and then you'll really understand why I chose these feats. So if you use your action to dash, which you get a bonus action on each of your turns in combat to use as a dash, disengage, or hide. I don't think these work. I think it's worded specifically that I have to use a dash action, not a dash bonus action, because it says use your action slot to dash. I don't know, but I'm just gonna, for homebrew, I'd let this work. So yeah, you can either attack with a +5 bonus, or you can shove with a 10 feet away shove, which is just great. So you run up to someone, shove them off a cliff, or run up to someone and get a +5 bonus on your sneak attack swashbuckler thing. And then for defense duelist, if you're wielding a finesse weapon with which you are proficient and another creature hits you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction to add your proficiency bonus to AC for that attack. So use your reaction to an attack to add your proficiency bonus of that weapon to the AC for that attack, so potentially causing the attack to miss you. It's the shield spell, but for swordsmen. I really like it. Then dual wielder, you either get your plus bonus when you're wielding a separate melee weapon in each hand. You get 2 weapon fighting even when the one-handed melee weapons aren't light, and you can draw or stow 2 two-handed weapons. And I think that's just like a role-playing one there, but I like it anyways. Then savage attacker, once per turn when you roll damage for a melee weapon attack, you can re-roll the weapon's damage dice and use either total. So you use your cunning action to take a bonus to dash. Then you use your charger feat mixed with your swashbuckler assassination thing. Well, it's not assassination, your swashbuckler surprise attack. Then you use savage attacker to re-roll the weapon's damage dice and use either total. So that's like, I don't know, there's just so many things. It's only damage dice, it's not re-rolling the missed attack, but still, that's pretty great. So you have so many chances to have your like sneak attack swashbuckler thing do so well, and you can charge at them. You get your 2 blades, and once you kill people, you can take pretty much any magic item off of that because of the 16th level ability here. Where was it? 16, use any magic device. So this would be 13 if you were just doing this regular thief, but this is 16 with our swashbuckler thief mix. And I think our swashbuckler thief is just so prepared for, like, if you back them into a corner, they can just take out their 1 blade and duel you, because typically if you're being backed into a corner, it's not by an entire group of people. If it is, you run away using all of your rogue abilities. If not, you duel the 1 target that's backing you into a corner, or you steal whatever weapons you can using all of the, let's say, the thief things. You can get these disarm a trap or take the use an object actions. You can like steal things so easily with thief. So you can steal items, you can steal them like sneakily, or you can just kill someone in a duel and take it, and then you use items. So this is basically whenever the such and such wizard of so and so holds their staff of whatever and does damage in a cool way, as long as you kill the wizard, you can take that thing and then have control over that magic. It's a really, really cool thing. So this class does not have magic of its own. It's a skill skill-based class, but these skills utilized are either being a duelist or being someone that can steal or use magic items even if they don't know how to. You have your Blindsense, Slippery Mind, you have your reliable traits, and Stroke of Luck at level 20 if you ever get there. This class is just insane. And then I chose Charger, Defensive Duelist, and Dual Wielder and Savage Attacker. And I also just chose Linguist and Observant because that was good for my character. You get 3 languages and you can write ciphers, and if you see a creature's mouth moving when it's speaking a language you understand, which you get bonuses here, you can interpret what it's saying by reading its lips. And you get +5 bonus to passive wisdom or perception and passive intelligence scores. I really liked that. I thought that really made our rogue an observant, sneaky, ready to always be watching the battlefield, but could be potentially dueling or stealing a magic item. All of these things are really good for a rogue that doesn't have to fight, but if it does, it can unload tons and tons of abilities on a single target, or it can evade and dodge and just be hiding from multiple targets. So the whole thing is, if there's multiple targets, you wait for the opportune moment, and waiting for the opportune moment is benefited greatly by the observant and linguist skills. So this opportune moment could be a thieving opportunity, or a dueling opportunity, or a escaping opportunity, but these linguist and observant ones really help. Although if you didn't have linguist and you didn't have observant, you'd be able to have 2 other skills increased by 2 each, or 4 skills increased by 1 each. So that could be a great benefit to you, either having these feats or not having them, depending on your character. So thanks for watching, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I'm feeling pretty out of it again today. It's just usual for me. I've just been in a lot of pain lately, and so I was making this class yesterday, and I thought you might enjoy seeing it. So 3 of Swashbuckler, 17 of Thief, and you still get all of the 20 levels of class abilities for Rogue, so you don't miss out on a single class ability, but you get all of the best subclass abilities from Swashbuckler and Thief combined into this, and you can use so many items. It's a very reliable Rogue, in my opinion. So let me know down below how you would use this class. What would you do with it? What would you steal? Would you change anything? Are you happy using this class even though it doesn't have magic? And honestly, I like this class more than some of the magic user classes that I've made in the past, and I'm surprised. I've never really liked a class without magic, but this one doesn't feel like it has no access to magic because you have that awareness and how to use magic items. You can use magic items. I think it's really good using items instead of using spell casting. So you have traits and item use. It seems very reliable, and it's a great all-around rogue. So let me know how you would use this class, or if you would change anything down below. You can leave this video a like if you enjoyed it, or you can subscribe for daily videos. I make at least 1 video every single day. And leave any questions or suggestions in the comments below, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day.